This television is brought to you by Tim's $2 Espresso. Try one today.
Then put your little hand in mine. There ain't no hill or mountain.
Happy Groundhog Day. Sonny and Cher all day. Why not? By the way, someone in the building told me we're 4 wide on the couch. Good morning. Dean is back next week. AMC is showing this 1993 Bill Murray movie all day.
Really?
Oh, wow.
All day.
So repetitively.
Repetitively. So that's cute. It's Groundhog Day. So early today in our meeting, a topic was brought up was Marcia Gay Harden taking a 7-hour Uber to get to a charity event because her flight got canceled. But then the conversation descended into how I'm a loser because I don't trust GPSs all the time. So if we can bring segment producer Nick Holland in for 20 seconds. You got so angry with me because we went to Niagara Falls last year. What's the story? Why'd you get so angry with me?
We drove to Niagara Falls for the special show. We were filming some stuff leading up to it, and on the way there was a major traffic jam. It wasn't just red on the map, it was dark red. And you ignored the GPS because you thought you knew that you could get there quicker besides the map saying dark red. And guess what? We were 30 minutes late.
Okay, thank you for the story. You can leave the shot. Thanks for the story, Nick. But I believe sometimes your instincts have to take over on the GPS. I saw that episode of The Office when Michael Scott went into the pond. That wasn't fun.
Yes, but you also have to use your common sense. Yes, your instincts and common sense. No, if it's dark red, like no matter where I am going, maybe it's like the traffic reporter in me. I don't care if I'm going down the road. I put whatever I'm going, I put it in the GPS because sometimes there may be something happening you don't know about. It could happen in a split second. And on maps, what you could do is like, as the driver, you could be like, oh, incident, and you can actually put stuff in so people like that are in the area will also get the notification. So I think
Do you have a preference? Like, are you Google, Waze?
I'm Google.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Google.
Well, Google, I got to tell you about Google.
Yeah.
So just December 26th, I was driving to Quebec with the boys along the 401, and it said, okay, you got to get off because there's an accident coming up. Took me for a little bit of a drive, drove down a bunch of roads, and all of a sudden, it took us down a road that said no winter maintenance. The reason why the roads were closed because we just had a winter storm. Not a good idea to go down a road with no winter maintenance. I turned around, but it gave me an extra delay. So in that
But you avoided the collision or accident. You would have been sitting in that delay anyway.
No, but then I didn't know where to go.
Yeah. But then it could have led you towards
But then all the cars, it was so funny because there's a line of cars behind me doing the same thing because, so I don't think you can trust it 100%. Has it gotten better?
As an aid, as a guide.
As an aid, as a guide.
Yeah.
But I do believe if you get a bad feeling, there's nothing in the rules, Dawn, that says you are locked into this 100%. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Like, sometimes you got to trust your gut,
Well,
even if it's wrong.
So let's just talk about the trust your gut thing because I think it's so there's a gender, not to gender anybody, but there's a gender thing on who trusts the GPS. I believe women trust it more than men.
Are you saying that men we're always like in the car? Typically, we would say we know where we're going, and we would not take, and we wouldn't take any advice from anybody else in the car. Is that what you're saying?
Old school. Hey, pull over and get directions. No, honey, I got it. Secondly, and the reason I mentioned the generational thing, and I lost my train of thought there, was because back in the day too, you would also have to pull up things like a map where you had a general idea of north, south, east, west. My niece, both nieces actually, if you sit there and say go north, they're like,
I'm not a compass.
Yeah. What is
that used to be me.
That disturbs me. That disturbs me that Gen Zers don't know that.
Yeah.
That disturbs me.
I have a friend that has a delivery company, and when the GPS went out on all the trucks, these are drivers that go the same routes every day. When that went out, they didn't know where to go.
Yikes.
That's how much they follow it.
My husband won't. If I sit there and put up the GPS, he does not trust it. He says, "Well, no, we should go up this." And while we're driving, he's driving. He goes, "Scroll up," and I'm like, "I get car sick. Why can't we figure out where we're going before we leave? You asked me to find the alternate route. Let's do this before we leave." I'm telling you, this happens like clockwork every single time, and he knows better. And invariably, it always ends up being we have to pull over, put it in the GPS, and let's go.
For the record, 9.9 times out of 10, I respect the power of the GPS.
I would agree.
I respect that one time that guy was in the car with me and ratted me out in the call and on the show. And maybe it didn't work out. You know what? I had good intentions in my heart and my gut. Sometimes they weren't right.
Sometimes you go with the nudges in life. And that time there, that nudge wasn't right.
No, it wasn't right.
But you got to trust your nudges.
Thank you. Yes. Trust the nudges.
I mean, the GPS will always turn you back around. That's my motto.
It's true. It's true. All right, we're going to take a break. Coming up when you sound off, quickly, best concert you ever saw in your life. Quick, one name.
Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Paramore.
Paramore. All right. Paige Plant at Rogers Center was very good. With the big Beyonce news yesterday, the World Tour is coming to Canada. 2 stops in Toronto, 1 in Vancouver. Best concert you ever saw ever. 1-866-267-3797. Those are the other ways to get a hold of us. More at BT coming up. Take a GPS to the stadium. You'll find it.
Jonas Brothers 4.